Oh boy, here we go again. One day we're so back, and the next, it's all over. Will the bears overpower the bulls and successfully delay the 2024 crypto bull run? Is Binance truly dead? Well, anything can happen in crypto, good or bad, so keep on watching to hear the latest news updates and my personal opinions. Hey all you coffee-loving investors, it's Ryan here. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. It can be awkward when family members have polarizing views on certain topics that get brought up at the dinner table, and crypto is no exception. On one hand, you've got dad asking you what the latest coins are and how he can invest in them, while grandpa has already denounced it as magical internet money that holds no real value. I myself cannot relate, as I am blessed to have a family that supports what I do and trusts in my business decisions. But for those of you who aren't as fortunate, don't waste time arguing or trying to convince them of what you believe in. Their minds are already made up, and that's okay. They're used to what they already know. But instead, just take a moment to calm down and deflect, and continue doing what you believe in. Work hard and instead let your success do the talking. And speaking of success, the hotly anticipated 2024 crypto bull run is bound to usher in a new generation of people who are able to grow their wealth with cryptocurrency. And you could be one of those people as long as you do your own research and listen to sound advice. But could the 2024 bull run be nothing more than a rumor? An old legend where desperate investors cling to hope only to be let down as their portfolios plummet once again? This time our eyes turn not to the Securities and Exchange Commission, but rather the Department of Justice. Changpeng Zhao, founder and CEO of the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance, has agreed to resign from his position amid the latest crackdown. The DOJ found him and his exchange guilty of violating the Bank Secrecy Act, and as a result, CZ was forced to step down and will plead guilty to the money laundering charges brought forth against him. Additionally, he will pay $50 million towards the $4.3 billion settlement that Binance was hit with. So why exactly was CZ and Binance targeted with claims of money laundering? Well, the specific violation of the Bank Secrecy Act that was cited was that they failed to implement an effective anti-money laundering program. The problem stemmed from the fact that Binance allowed users to trade on its platform without the proper KYC systems. Now, for those unfamiliar, KYC stands for Know Your Customer, and it is basically a system set in place so that trading platforms can verify the identity of its users. If you've ever signed up to trade crypto on an exchange and had to take a photo of yourself and/or your driver's license, that's KYC. Well, in Binance's situation, prior to August 2021, it let users trade without having to provide any KYC, as Changpeng Zhao personally felt that KYC would cause some customers to not use his exchange. In the end, he decided to sacrifice security at the expense of growing a customer base faster. According to US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, this resulted in Binance processing transactions that were linked with child sexual abuse, illegal narcotics, and terrorism across more than 100,000 transactions. While unintentionally financing these despicable crimes is unfortunate, I need to lay it all out for proper perspective. Binance is reported to process over 7.5 million transactions per year as of 2021. So 100,000 transactions effectively translates to only 1.33% of their total throughput. I do not say this to defend the illegal transactions, but instead say it because oftentimes there are those who adopt the narrative that cryptocurrency is mainly used by criminals. That is false. The reality is that only a small percentage of crypto transactions are related to criminal activity, but definitely not more so than the US dollar. Yes, Binance definitely should have implemented KYC measures, regardless if it thought that it was going to make it lose customers. On top of their troubles with the Department of Justice, the SEC also has a bone to pick with Binance, having previously charged them with operating an unlicensed securities exchange. More recently, the SEC has levied that same charge against the crypto exchange Kraken. So here we are. Crypto prices naturally slumped at all that news, although not as bad as one would have expected. Bitcoin remains resilient, having bounced back to the mid $37,000 range after briefly dipping below $36,000. So what does this mean for Binance? Is it all over for them, and are they doomed to collapse? Well, as of 2022, they made $12 billion in revenue, and as the world's largest crypto exchange, they currently account for over $65 billion in value. With eye-watering figures like that, I'd go out on a limb and say that they will handle the $4.3 billion settlement just fine for now. Is it a setback? Most definitely, but they are now actively forced to take measures to make it right. Zhao stated on social media that Binance's global head of regional markets, Teng, will immediately take over the role of CEO. Furthermore, Binance will be required to report on those suspicious transactions that it processed, in addition to being subjected to increased scrutiny for at least the next 5 years by an independent third-party monitor. It will remain to be seen if these measures will cause Binance to eventually collapse, but that doesn't appear to be in the cards at this time. In case it wasn't already clear, this is not an FTX level event, but we will continue to monitor the situation closely as further developments are made. JP Morgan has gone on the record saying that this settlement is in fact a good thing for crypto investors because it effectively lowers the risk of a hypothetical Binance collapse. Regardless of collapse or not, the news is certainly music to Coinbase's ears, as some users will undoubtedly switch over to them from Binance. In fact, Matrixport analyst Marcus Thielen claims that Binance's settlement with the DOJ and the resignation of CZ may cause Bitcoin to cross the $40,000 mark by the end of the year. He adds that an increase in Tether's market capitalization, growing institutional interest, and a favorable macro environment further increase the bullish conditions. So if nothing else, we've learned that crypto in general has gotten used to these sort of events and ultimately will continue to grow stronger as a result. And grow stronger it has. Bitcoin mining just hit a record high for difficulty. Bitcoin mining difficulty surged over 5% to a record 67.96 terahashes. Without getting too technical, the point is that Bitcoin's mining difficulty has been trending upwards throughout all of 2023, along with its hash rate. These metrics are significant, especially as we approach the next halving event, set to occur sometime in April 2024. Historically, each Bitcoin halving has seen the price surge with fresh price speculation, but this time will most likely have another catalyst, considering that the halving could coincide with the potential approval of the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Bullish narratives continue to dominate the scene as 2024 approaches, with Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki once again reminding people to invest in precious metals and Bitcoin. A longtime critic of the US dollar, Mr. Kiyosaki understands the danger of its rapidly declining value as it continues to depreciate over time. Back in June, he cautioned that many banks and mortgage firms were on the brink of failure, with the real estate sector also poised for a crash that he claimed would be more severe than the 2008 housing crisis. However, he was not clear on the exact timeline for when this next crash was supposed to occur. While rent and housing prices continue to skyrocket amidst the inflation, I am sure that many of us are still waiting for that housing bubble to pop. Regardless, real estate is just too important to let go of, so it'll always continue to be a viable investment, and it'll always have a place in my portfolio towards financial independence. And for my last piece of notable crypto news, Austria's Raffeisen bank will start offering crypto trading services to its retail customers by this coming January. Yet another news story that continues to show that adoption is happening all around us. The service will start by being offered in Vienna, where the bank is headquartered, with crypto exchange Bitpanda serving as their provider. The 97-year-old bank is not your typical run-of-the-mill local bank. They have approximately $215 billion in assets and 17.8 million customers across Europe. At this time, it is unclear if they have plans to expand the crypto trading services outside of Vienna. Well, that's all for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. I keep going because of you all, and I feel like my videos have some purpose if you all learn something from them. I'm honestly speechless at the amount of love you guys showed my previous video about Solana. It's currently the highest viewed video on our channel, and it brought in 11 subscribers alone, so I'm incredibly grateful. Dominique and I hope to experience more growth in the coming year as we start to hone our craft and make more content for you all. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you'd love to learn more, take a look at the video on the left card or click on the right card to browse through my playlist. Until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one. This is Ryan, signing off.